Let me tell you something. As long as the requirement is for me to lay on my back and open my legs, a man will never be the prize. Because the requirement is my life.
Tell me she didn't say that. Tell me she didn't say that. Oh, man. You just called me to the party. Welcome back to the Human Decoder. I'm Ken Mosley, a.k.a. K-Dog, back with another video. Today we're talking about Kendra G's dumbass talking about how she's the prize in a relationship. Really? Let's check it out. Go.
Let me tell you something. As long as the requirement is for me to lay on my back and open my legs, a man will never be the prize. Because the requirement is my life.
Stop. Stop right there. Stop right there. That fake ass hiccup, what that is letting you know that she said something important. That's what that was. It's just like when women say stuff and they say, yeah, I sure did. I sure did. But they don't realize because you think it's important, don't make it important. Let's continue.
Okay? The requirement is my energy. The requirement is for me to make time for you. I run a whole company. Okay? So if I have to make time for you, if I have to schedule you in, if I have to alter my life, you will never be the prize. And I know my worth so much. That is why it's not about, oh, why can't Kendra get a man? No, honey, why can't a man get Kendra?
It's obvious. When it comes to men and women today, the alpha versus the beta, that dynamic is everywhere. Why? Because the beta always wants what the alpha has. The beta sees what the alpha gets, see the perks, the benefits, all the luxuries. But they don't see what the alpha has to do to maintain that. Think back when you was young. If you got older siblings, the privileges that they had, you seen your folks, they got the money, the cars, the house, all this good stuff they get to do what they want to do. That's what made you want to get out there quick. And then when you got out there, you found out, oh, this is what they do to maintain this. Well, this is the same thing with independent women today. The powers that be, them whispered in your ear to make the beta feel they can be just as good as the alpha. But they don't tell them the consequences of it. And this is what I'm talking about with Miss Kendra G. She always manages to throw her money in the mix of the conversation. Always. And I'm going to tell you why in a minute. Take a look at this clip.
Over conversation of women. So there was a woman that came on my dating show and she said, you know, we're the leftovers. And I told her, listen, I am not a leftover. You don't have to agree. Your opinion does not matter. I'm not running for a president. Your vote does not count for my life. And then there was a woman in the comment section that said, you are a leftover and you just need to agree to it. Now I responded, and I'm going to tell you in advance, what I said was very cocky, but she brought me there. Listen, girlfriend, if you like it, I love it. But your husband is the bar of your life. And I'm quite sure I make more than your husband in 1 month than he does in a year. So that means in order to be married to your husband, I would have to have a lower life and I would rather see Jesus first.
That's what I'm talking about. She don't even know the man. Don't even know the man. But the minute she put, I make more than your man in a month, that's supposed to make her better than him. So you mean tell me, Miss Kendra G, you would rather have a millionaire who's a fucking asshole than a guy making $60,000 that's a good guy? Because money don't make you good. Money don't make you righteous. Money don't make you respected or respectable, shall I say. She always throws her income into it. And that's what I'm talking about. And I'm going to tell you why. Okay? Remember when you was young and you came slick out your mouth and your parents, hey, when you can't listen, it's time for you to go. That means if you can't live by our rules, go get your own shit. When it comes to the alpha and the beta, here's what women feel. They feel that if they make more than you, they can now talk shit to you. Think about it. When they're on a certain pedestal and they want to get slick out their mouth, what do they rely on? I make more than money than you. I got more. I got a house too. I got 2 houses. What you got? What you got? That is to let them feel that they are on your level. For some reason, we don't give a damn about your money. We don't give a damn because your money don't make you a good person. That's why they do it. So they can talk shit. When you got on your own, you had a little bit more leeway with your parents, didn't you? Because you weren't under their roof. You got your own roof. Independent women do the same thing. When someone else is paying the bills, you got to keep your damn mouth shut. So if you want to speak with the way you want to talk, you get your own shit. And that's what they do. They go out, make their money, make their fortune, so they don't have to listen, and they can talk slick out the mouth. But they don't realize there's a price to pay. And we're going to get to that next.
I ain't never trying to get no man, honey. You got to get me, because I am 1,000% whole, good, and thriving. And I am proof that this notion of without a man you will not be happy, that is the brainwashedness that they want women to feel, because they want you to feel like, oh, you have everything but a man. Thank God.
Let's This child is so damn delusional. So delusional. She mentioned that you've been brainwashed. Well, does she realize that it's the powers that be that made you think this way? Men, the powers that be, put you in the workforce so they can tax you. It was men that got Gloria Steinem to preach and push this independent women shit. It was men. You're just a fucking puppet. And let's not forget where you got your damn platform from. Who you copy? Mr. Samuels. Remember him? Let's check that out. And before we get too far into that, I want you to listen to this clip real closely and tell me if you hear and see what I hear and see.
I have to admit, when you talk about high value men, I have friends and the men that I've dated, a lot of things you are spot on. They're very big on images. They are big on being catered to. I'm a woman who used to desire those type of men. I don't really desire them that much because I don't want to fulfill what they desire. And one of the things you mentioned the other night is you got to share that man. A lot of times that man, if he makes $400,000 or more, he may have another woman. And I know I cannot deal with that. So I think a lot of women sometimes say they want these men, but they've never dated it, because if they had, they wouldn't be just focusing on the money. There's a lot of women that have men with money, but they're not always happy either.
Well, okay. So the follow-up question to that would be, that's the kind of man you would like to have, you just don't like that aspect.
Well, I would say this. I'm 41, right? So when I listen to the women, when I was in the 30s, when I heard the girls from up here, they remind me of myself, because I was like, he got to have a lot of money. He got to take care of all the bills. That's what I was on, and I run in those circles. But what I've learned is a lot of those men just couldn't be faithful. So then I learned, well, that's my deal breaker. Faithfulness is my deal breaker. So I've been blessed.
So the question I have then is, because I hear what you're saying, but then I also like, that sounds good.
Okay.
Because you 41 years old, married, any kids?
Nope, I froze my eggs though, so I got a safety net just in case.
So you're accustomed to a certain standard of life.
This is true.
And if a man is making the median of what a black man is making, $42,500, he can't afford your standard of life.
So is that my problem?
It's the reality of the world. See, what happens far too often, especially in our communities, black women wait too long to get married. You wait till you're too old. You wait till you have too much experience, and your experience and your income has gone up, and that is inversely proportional to your sexual marketplace value.
So can I speak to that?
So let me finish making the example, because I hear women come on and say, you know what, that high value thing, I really don't want that because I don't want to have to share him. All right, But then are you going to be able to look at a man making $45,000 a year and respect him to the same level that a high value man would be respected?
I would respect a man who's hardworking, and as long as he doesn't try to minimize me in any way. Now that's the biggest thing. If he's okay with me being my full self.
Okay, did you see it and did you hear it? Just in case you didn't, let me give you a hint. When that clip showed, when she's talking, she's doing this. Them eyes are all over the place. That's the first telltale sign of a liar. When she can't give direct eye contact and her eyes are always over, she's lying. Second thing, and this is the big thing. You remember, did you hear her say she froze her eggs? It was a safety net. What you freezing eggs for? And what safety net are you talking about? You see, there's another part of that clip that Kevin Samuels said, is that she don't tell her clients the whole truth. The truth is, if you want to push and grind, it's going to cost you. Plain and simple. And what he was saying was, if you want to be in this man's world, and we ain't got no problem with it, you want to get it, get it. But you're going to pay a price for that. Because the male qualities, the alpha quality that you're exhibiting, we see that. And them same men are looking at you like, I wonder if this bitch is like that at home. Because I can take it here in the office, not when I get home. There's a price to pay for that. But back to the eggs. You freezing eggs as a safety net tells me that you know you may not get that unicorn that you out here fishing for. That's all. And you 46, Kendra. 46. When you plan on having these eggs inseminated? Huh? When you plan on having these babies? When you're 50? You plan on raising kids when you're 60? Girl, if you don't sit your bunky ass down and stop trying to play this role like you so great, you 46. Them girls were right. You're leftovers. I don't care how much money you have. You're a leftover. Let's continue.
See, a woman, when she really knows her worth, she knows what she brings to a relationship. So you can't manipulate her giving that greatness to you because you think you great. I think the hell not. You ain't got enough money in the bank for my life. Your penis is not big enough for the sacrifice for my life. There ain't an access you can give me that I cannot get on my own that is worth the sacrifice of my life. And that's just a fact. I'm not trying to flex. I'm just telling you what I know. And I've known that my entire life. My life represents that like it's non-negotiable. You can see it now. But when I didn't have a pot to piss in, okay? When I had nothing but a dream and a hustle, I had that same mentality. So you're never going to get the advice from me, it is better to have a man than not to have a man. You're not getting that advice from me.
Hold on. Because it sounds to me like you ain't getting no advice. I don't understand. Well, yeah, I do understand. Because the shit sells. Same like what Oprah does and been doing for years. Telling women shit they already know. But since it's coming from a celebrity, it's got to be the right thing to say. No, it ain't. Miss Kendra G, in my rebuttal, you are not the prize. I seen the different stages of how you look. Let me see you with all that, without all that goddamn fluff on. Let me see you when you first wake up in the morning, how you look. And then we'll see who's the leftover. And like I said before, you feeding women this, they don't need a man to make them this, and they don't need a man to make them that, is a con. Because the way you're putting it, and I tell you, it kills me when they do this. I mean, makes my jaws tickety tight. They put it in a way like a man is just crushing you if he needs to be with you. He is holding you back to a detrimental way Because he wants to be with you. Don't let a man do that to you. You go, girl. You do your thing. Yeah, boo-boo. You go do you. But you won't do it with me. That's what men are saying. Do you, girl. You go, girl. You can do whatever you want to do, but you won't do it with me. I guess Miss Kendra G will finally wake up when she hit that 50 mark. Because she's 46 now. What the hell is she waiting on? You know what she waiting on? She waiting on somebody to magically come and kneel at her fucking feet. Which, believe me, ain't gonna happen. Just like she said earlier, a high-value man, yeah, he may have plenty of women. You know why? Because he got options. He can pick and choose what he wants. That's the perk. That's always been the perk. How many powerful men have you known that didn't have a lot of women before they got married? And when they got married, their wives stayed in their fucking place. Name me a powerful man where the woman was in front of him. Now, unfaithfulness might be your deal breaker. Then don't mess with that man. Because there are plenty of them out there who are faithful. The question is, are you loyal? Because it seems to me, over 75% of all these marriages are thrown in the trash by women. So it ain't that we ain't faithful, it's y'all ain't loyal. Think about it. One final thing I want you to chew on. I mentioned it earlier. All these independent women out here going for this and thinking that it's them doing it. For some reason, I know what the reason is, but they do not know that they're puppets in the game. They're puppets because it's a man that gave you that notion. The U.S. government figured out after World War II that y'all can work. Now, mind you, when they got in your head to make you get out there and get that education and get that job. See, when you was married, you were a dependent. The government only taxed the man. They taxed the husband. You were, along with the kids, a dependent. Well, now you out here. So now the government got its hands open because now I can tax both of you. You are a money stream. And one last thing, the con man never lets you know you're being conned. The best con men make you think it's your idea. You independent women out there going for yours, you swear it's your idea, don't you? But it's not. You're a puppet. And your strings are being pulled while whatever media stream that you're watching, whatever woman is telling you get out there and be all you can be, you're a puppet. Because the con man ain't going to sell you the benefits. Con man ain't going to tell you the consequences. Well, that's my video for today. For the Human Decoder, I'm Ken Mosley, a.k.a. K-Dog. I'm out. Peace.